is the Motor Cop Chronicles podcast with the midweek news. Join your hosts, Iceman and Holstera, two law enforcement professionals ready to offer their unfiltered opinions on the latest news from the world of law enforcement. No filters, no edits. So be warned, the content may be upsetting to some listeners. Sit down and hold up. This may get a little bumpy.
I don't see me upsetting anyone.
No, we've never been offensive. Everybody loves us. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, I was asked to speak at the Democrat National Convention coming up.
Dude, you'd be arrested if you went within a mile of that place.
Antifa asked me to be a guest speaker for one of their events coming up.
They hired me for security. Me and old Kyle Rittenhouse. They said we always land our shots.
Well, off topic. I'll talk about it in a little bit. That just brings it up right off on welcome back. It's Wednesday. No, it's not.
Sunday.
I played the whole wrong opening and everything for us.
I was digging the techno music, man. I was all like in a rave and shit.
This is not the Motor Cop Chronicles midweek news. Because if I didn't fuck something up, it wouldn't be us anyway. So
this is the Liberty, Freedom, and Whiskey
I'll
podcast.
play the right way.
Liberty, Freedom, Whiskey podcast. Two guys unfiltered, unedited, extremely opinionated, drinking whiskey. What could go wrong? Be warned, they don't care about your feelings. Just freedom and liberty, and of course, whiskey.
You would think me fucking it all up, wrong podcast and everything in the beginning. I had been drinking a lot of whiskey. And
You'd think we would at least noticed. I didn't even notice.
No, we didn't. Yeah, what could go wrong? Yeah, lots of shit could go wrong. So, yeah, welcome to the Liberty Freedom Whiskey podcast, not the midweek news. Caught myself when I said Wednesday, and I'm like, hold on, this is Sunday. Yeah.
Same shit. It all kind of runs together.
Yeah, it'll one if we ever have one episode where on either one that just something don't just go messed up, it'll probably be a bad day. It'll probably be like the end of the world or something.
To be fucking fair, when I was there and we did that live episode, that shit went off without a hinge.
A hitch?
Yeah, a hinge, a hitch, don't bitch.
It's one of them. Anyway, we got one whole person on the live feed. Go us if you're listening on the if you're listening on the audio. You're on Apple. Go give us a rating and a review. We appreciate it. So like and subscribe on Facebook and YouTube. Hit the little bells. You get notified when we do go live. So, are you ready to get it going?
Absolutely.
So
yeah. What the hell? Well, we got the two that I want to talk about right off topic before we even jump into the main stories. First one, the Texas truck driver that was basically rushed through his training, and then his company decided it was going to be a great idea to send him through the massive mountains of Colorado that had his truck escape from him. If you've seen all the headlines, you would think this guy intentionally killed 4 people, and he was intending to drive almost 90 miles an hour down the interstate. No, he was a fully loaded 18-wheeler heading down a grade, lost his brakes, and slipped a gear. And because he only had like 2 weeks worth of training, he bypassed the ramps because he was rightfully freaking out. He hit a pile of vehicles, killed 4 people, and was sentenced. Now, keep in mind, this should have been a manslaughter charge. He was sentenced to 110 years, which is a damn near death sentence.
What is a death sentence? I got a video if you want me to play it. I actually
go ahead.
Downloaded something because I knew you wanted to talk about it. Actually, I had it down as story number 3, but we just jumped on over there. So let's just play this.
More than 2 million people have now signed an online petition calling for a change to the sentence given to the truck driver who caused a fiery crash on I-70, and 4 people died. 26-year-old Rogel Aguilera Mederos was sentenced Monday in a Jefferson County courtroom to 110 years, which was the minimum sentence. Now, I spoke with Domingo Garcia, the national president of LULAC.
What I don't understand, get me if I'm wrong or not, you have people that are convicted of multiple offenses or multiple crimes, however you want to do it. And I see it all the time. It's like this person got, some person will get convicted of, let's say, six different drug crimes or whatever charges. And what they do is they end up pleading guilty or be found guilty in each separate, let's say, just for hypothetical, each separate drug charge would be 10 years. Just saying. But they had 6 of them. So that technically is 60 years.
But they'll run them all at the same time.
What they call them is concurrent. And what they mean when concurrent is you have 10 years, you have 6 charges, you got 10 years each. So you're serving all of them at the same exact time. So actually he's only going to do 10 years.
Right.
Now, if the judge says they're going to run them consecutively, that means you're going to do 10 years on the first one, then you're going to do 10 years on the second one after the first 10 years is up. That's what they did to this fella. I don't understand. They're saying they didn't have a choice, but
they're saying it's the minimum. Do you hear that?
Yeah. Well, he got convicted of each charge. Well, they're running them consecutive instead of concurrent. They could have put them concurrently unless there's some law in the state. I don't know. So I think they should have had a choice.
The whole thing is just absolutely absurd. How many cases have me and you covered on this podcast and others, bless you, by the way, anyway, on this one and others where people have either shot people, murdered people. Me and the wife were just watching today earlier. A woman was kidnapped and raped for over 3 months, and the man was sentenced to 180 days in jail. How the fuck are these people getting that kind of time? And this man made a mistake, rightfully so. He deserves jail time. I say a criminal negligence charge, maybe 5 years, not a lifetime sentence.
I think 5 to 10.
Yeah, that's a manslaughter charge, which you should get as a truck driver if you cause an accident.
With that guy you're talking about that like had to held that woman hostage, kidnapped and raped her, and he got 180 days. That was for how many seconds he lasted.
Exactly, right? I'm like, this is freaking bullshit. Even Mel was in the other room when she heard it, and she goes, did I just fucking hear that right? And I'm like, yeah. And it turns out he got out and ended up murdering like a bunch of people, keeping them in the basement.
But anyway, I'll finish playing the video. I just want to say that I think unless they have some kind of different laws in Colorado, I don't know. I don't know the law, because every state and they have different laws and shit. But I don't see how they couldn't just run them concurrent with each other instead of consecutively. So let's say he would have got
like 25 years.
25 years,
Beats the shit out of 110.
Rights organization who's backing that petition, saying that sentence is an injustice.
The injustice in this case is so egregious. It boggles the mind that here we are in 2021 and that somebody who was not intoxicated, not on drugs, it's an accident, the brakes went out, but he's a Latino driver, he gets charged.
Now, I agree with him here. It is egregious or whatever that he got that much time because it was an accident.
They're trying to hide the race.
But he has to throw the whole Latino thing in there. I don't think that had any fucking thing to do with it. Anything whatsoever.
A lot of people were hyping on that, and it's not about race at this point. It doesn't matter whether this man was white, black, Hispanic, or Asian. If this was an Asian driver and this happened, I would have the same attitude I have towards it. The time frame is just fucked up. 110 years.
Yeah. So I don't agree with him on the whole Latino thing.
Convicted and given 110 years in prison on his first offense.
And he says it's not about the judge or jury who convicted him, but the Jeffco DA who filed the charges.
What is your plan of action on behalf of LULAC?
We believe that we can file charges with the Colorado Bar Association to look to see if she abused her authority. We can ask for a grand jury to be convened to look at official oppression. And third, we can ask the Department of Justice to come and investigate the district attorney's office to see if white defendants are treated different from.
Oh God.
Here we go. Here we go again. That's all I'm going to say. Here we go.
Black and brown defendants. And if there is a pattern and a practice of injustice and racism discrimination in that district attorney's office.
And Garcia says he's also calling on Governor Polis to intervene. Now, we also heard from the office of Alexis King, the Jeffco DA, who in part wrote, the facts and consequences of his decisions that day were extraordinary enough to support pursuing first-degree assault charges.
Well, see, I don't agree with the amount of time. Even there was another video, too. I didn't put it up there. We'll sit here and watch videos the whole time. I think I lost the whole stare. Let me try to call him back over here. And I don't know why I keep losing him. Let me try to call him back. I don't know why we keep losing him. We did that last time, too. Hello? Hello? Try him again. There he goes.
Yeah, let's try this again.
Did I lose you? I don't know what happened.
You didn't lose me. The entire app crashed. It's this Windows 11. The shit sucks.
Get you a Mac.
I might just have to buy one just for the podcast.
And that's, believe it or not, that's the only reason I bought an Apple computer was because of the podcast. If I had never touched one before, I'm still learning it because it's, a lot of stuff you can't do on here. You can't. It's different, but I bought it for my podcasting purposes. And I totally lost my train of thought.
Anyway, the truck driver.
Yeah, he I think I way think he got so much time. Do I think it's any kind of race motivation behind it? No, I don't believe that at all.
And they are under an extreme amount of pressure right now because their interstates are still closed down from 18-wheelers refusing to drive.
Yeah,
they didn't just pull over; they put the air brakes on right in the middle of the road and have stopped traffic going in or out of Colorado.
I saw a video or a picture. I don't know how real it was, or I couldn't, even come to authenticating it, so I didn't put it on here. I think it was a short video. It showed like of a Walmart or some kind of store. Something looked like a Walmart from the signage. It was just bare in there. Basically, they're saying, it was basically empty in the whole produce section and stuff because the truck drivers are refusing to come into Colorado.
And you got to imagine this time of year, everybody's coming together, cooking big meals. So, yeah, them shelves are going to be empty.
Well, what gets me is even one of the I saw a video, one of the family members, a young girl. I say young, she was probably looked like she's in her 20s or so, to me anyway. That she actually asked and said, she didn't want this man to get that much time, that she understood, he'd have to get something, but her exact statement was, she's like, I lost my dad for the rest of my life. His children should not lose their father for the rest of their life.
Yeah, and
so
pretty much
for them,
fuck you.
And of course everybody's saying, oh, the judge didn't have a choice. It's just consecutive, concurrent. So unless they have some kind of law over there that you can't do that, yes, he did have a choice. Yes,
I
he
think
did.
The feds will have to step in at some point because I think it's way too much time.
Like I said, I think the maximum this man did, people died. It was an accident. He wasn't a mass murderer. He didn't go out with any intentions to kill anyone. He was undertrained. Should not have been put in that situation. 10 years to me should be the max he ought to do.
Max, yeah.
Max. 10 years max to me personally. And so I'm not in that situation. It wasn't one of my family members killed. I don't know how I would feel about it. I would hope. I know I'd be angry. But I don't know if I want to see this man spend the rest of his life in prison over an accident.
Right. Now, if his dumbass was drunk coming down that mountain, fucking life.
Yeah. If he was drunk, high on drugs or something like that, yeah, he did it. Yeah, but he, I don't believe this man had any ill intent. He was, like I said, he was not trained properly or anything else and put in a bad situation. He, I don't know if any of y'all, I'm sure hopefully people listen in Colorado or whatever, but people that aren't used to, like me, first time I drove in Colorado, I had a manual transmission vehicle, but I was told, downshift when you're going down. Don't just ride on your brakes and shit, 'cause you'll burn your brakes up and you won't have no brakes. So he might not have known. Who knows? Who knows? Like I said, I don't think he should have gotten all that time there. So.
And then to move on, make it a little next short story. Recently, right before the wonderful Senate decided that they were going to take their hiatus for the winter break, AOC brought to the floor, which is, look, anytime AOC starts making sense, it turns the entire world upside down because that bitch is stupid.
I told you the Matrix is glitching.
Yeah. She literally called out and made a motion to the floor to stop senators and congresspeople from being able to participate in the U.S. stock exchange because the personal information they find and control in those positions of power alternate the stock market.
Yep.
And as soon as Nancy Pelosi heard that, she goes, nope, we're not hearing this, dismissed. We're going on vacation. She didn't want to hear shit about it. Why? Because Nancy Pelosi makes billions of dollars off the U.S. stock exchange.
Well, think about
by
it.
Insider trading.
What does she make? 180,000 a year, 160-something thousand a year, something like
Yeah.
that. 100
Stock portfolios in the
Let's say
hundreds of millions.
100. Let's say she makes 150,000 a year. I'm not going to Google it while we're on here, but they just bought like I don't know what, a $2 million or $3 million, $4 million house down in Florida somewhere.
Yep.
I don't know about you, even if I made 180,000 a year, I still wouldn't be able to afford a couple $1 million house.
Her congressional salary is $193,400 per year.
That's not buying a $3 million house.
Her personal wealth is $196 million.
Yeah, sketchy shit.
And she made all that while she was in Congress.
Yeah, well, like I said, I know. Me and you were talking about the other day. I know my stocks ain't doing very well right now. I just gotta wait and hold because I'm not in the black right now.
No, but if me and you had the information they have,
oh yeah,
and we used it to buy and sell stocks, we would be in jail.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Well, this next story is from CNN, my favorite news network, the Crying News Network. Senators, they re-updated it since I downloaded it. Senators Warren and what you said, Warren and Booker test positive for COVID-19. And Fauci's warning of record high cases and hospitalizations and deaths. Oh, Lord. Anyway, from CNN, Senators Elizabeth Warren and Cory Booker both tested positive for the coronavirus, according to tweets Sunday from their official accounts.
I thought Native Americans were immune.
This woman is not Native American. She can say whatever the hell she wants to. The Massachusetts Democrat, who is vaccinated and boosted, said she is experiencing mild symptoms. The New Jersey Democrat, who is also vaccinated and boosted, also reported mild symptoms. Warren was on the Senate floor last week before the chamber went into recess, so she just, infected everybody, I guess. I regularly test for COVID, and while I tested negative earlier this week, today I tested positive with a breakthrough case. Thankfully, I am only experiencing mild symptoms and am grateful for the protection provided against serious illness that comes from being vaccinated and boosted. What proof do you have of that, Senator Warren? Or is it the Omicron where it just makes you tired? Anyway, as cases increase across the country, I urge everyone who has not already done so to get the vaccine and the booster as soon as possible. Together, we can save lives.
No.
We can save lives. We can save lives. The announcements came as the emergence of the Omicron. That's how you gotta say it too, people. You say Omicron variant. The Omicron variant has thrust the nation. Sounds like a bad porno or something. And the White House back into an uncertain pandemic reality, posing both public and health political challenges. The U.S. is now facing a resurgence of coronavirus as the pandemic marches into its third year. The country was averaging 126,967 new cases per day as of Saturday, according to data from Johns Hopkins University, up from the average of just more than 70,000 new cases per day at the beginning of November.
But what's the death rate? Is it still like below 1%?
I don't know. They haven't said anything on it.
Of course not.
The country is likely in for a hard winter as the new variant strains and healthcare systems already battered by the Delta variant. I didn't know the healthcare system was being battered.
Well, yeah, they are, because all the employees are getting laid off.
Well, that's true. That's true. They don't have anybody working because they refused to get the Biden boo-boo, and they're not working. It's going to take over, Fauci said, the nation's top infectious disease. I don't consider him
Who the fuck put him in charge?
I just do not consider him an expert in anything except pandering and looking for more airtime and screen time on whatever news network will have him on. It's the Omicron variant on CNN State of the Union Sunday, urging Americans to get vaccinated and get their booster shots and be prudent in everything else you do. I was prudent when I took a poo. I took a prudent poo. When you travel in your indoor settings that are congregated, wear a mask.
Like the Senate?
Wear a mask. According to the World Health Organization, Omicron cases are doubling every 1.5 to 3 days. And in the U.S., it is expected to become the dominant strain. But that's the end of the story. I haven't looked up or know. I don't know. Have they had any reported deaths from Omicron?
No, because they can't. No, you can't tell.
Is there a certain? I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying.
It's all COVID. They just keep changing the name to scare the shit out of people.
Omicron. So anyway, both of these politicians, Booker and Warren, both have tested positive for COVID, and they're both got the Biden boo-boo and boosted by boosted. He's boosted. He's boosted.
This is the first time that both of them have been relevant since the fucking election.
I sniffed Senator Warren, and I smelled the Omicron on her, and I sniffed it.
Did she smell like Native American?
It smelled like fish. Yep, I sure did. Wear your mask. Stay free. Oh, never mind. That's a menstrual cycle.
Can't
say stay free anymore.
You
Hell
can.
no.
If you're buying feminine products, you can. But anyway, just wanted to throw that out there that it's one of those, what do they call it? An outbreak case or whatever they call it?
Yeah, breakthrough or some shit.
Breakthrough? I think there's a shit ton of breakthroughs out there.
That's a fact.
But anyway, just wanted to throw that out there. Next one is going to be, I sent it to you. You can read it. I don't know if you've been paying attention to it, maybe, but one of our great friends, and I'm sure she loves the Liberty Freedom podcast because she's all about liberty and freedom.
She's supposed to be here this week.
Joy Reid is. We're going to talk about her and Mr. Elon Musk.
First off, anybody that tries to troll Elon Musk is a fucking moron. Okay, this guy has so much money, smokes so much weed, and gives shit less about people's opinions. He's just a troll. He's good at it.
You're the richest fucking man in the world.
Right, and it is like, you're going to call him out? And I think this is the one that spent multiple thousands of dollars doing so. But here we go. Joy Reid accuses Elon Musk of misappropriating black vernacular for misogynistic purposes. MSNBC host Joy Reid has blasted Elon Musk for what she described as misappropriation black vernacular language in the critical tweet aimed at Senator Elizabeth Warren. And if nobody else is aware, Elon Musk is currently at war with Elizabeth Warren. She actually paid thousands of dollars to take out slam ads against Elon Musk, which is the most asinine thing. The man has more money than
If I was him, I'm so rich that I would just like go buy the ad company, like take
Right.
all her shit down.
right.
It's
It
like,
would, like,
it's
just
like, where's my ad? I bought the company.
you know,
Fuck
he
you.
threatened to buy Facebook one time just to fucking delete it. Oh God. Anyway, the Tesla and SpaceX chief was responding to comments made by Miss Warren earlier this week, who suggested that Mr. Musk didn't deserve his selection as Time Person of the Year as he hadn't paid enough taxes in 2021. I'm not sure if they cover it in this, but during their back and forth, he actually proved that he will be paying $80 billion in taxes this year. 80 billion.
Circle back, Holster. Just circle back.
Oh God, no, the circle back bitch.
Just circle back on that.
Oh no, we're not gonna circle on nothing.
You didn't circle back till we can get Donald
Jen
Trump's. Till they get Donald Trump's tax stuff. Just circle back. Joe, stop it. Joe's trying to sniff me again. Damn it. He's all the sniffer in chief. Stop it.
Dude, that's hilarious because your thing that changes the face keeps changing the face on the fucking puppet.
Circle back. Holster.
Circle back, bitch. The executive has gained something of a reputation for hitting back at critics, and in typical fashion, he lashed out at the Massachusetts lawmaker in a now viral post. He writes, "You remind me of when I was a kid and my friend's angry mom would just randomly yell at everyone for no reason. Please don't call the manager on me, Senator Karen." Let's see. "Please don't call the manager on me, Senator Karen," Mr. Musk wrote. The Karen trope in question, often used as a term of derision from middle-aged white women, has been identified as misogynistic by some critics. Oh, Jesus Christ. Such as Miss Reid.
Yeah, she's trying to make it racist, even though Elon Musk and Senator Warren, I believe, are
Yes,
both
Elon Musk
they
is
are
my
both
favorite African American.
They are both the Cracker tribe. So
No, but Elon Musk is actually from Africa. That's
yeah,
why I
he's
was
a
cracking
real
up.
African American.
That's it.
I mean, like for true. What's up, Aaron? Here. But he's a true African American. But they're both from the. And Senator Warren says she's American Indian, which I think is probably about as truthful as like Joe Biden's vote count. But
That's no. I believe Warren over that. That shit just is asinine. All right. So during her MSNBC show earlier this week, the broadcast described Mr. Musk as the absolute worst. Joy Reid says the Elon Musk culturally appropriated the Karen insult when he calls Elizabeth Warren a Karen. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, Elon Musk wasn't happy, so he did what he always does. He stomped his little feet and he insulted Senator Warren, calling her an angry mom and referring to her as Senator Karen. She added that Mr. Musk is a freeloader and a selfish and disrespectful one who was misappropriating black vernacular. I don't even know what that is. I'm going to Google it later for misogynistic purposes.
she's saying that black people. This is what I take it as. Correct me if I'm wrong. Everybody listening, please correct me. I'd much rather be right, but I think what she's trying to say is because he's using the word Karen and calling her Karen, that black women use or black people use that term for mean white women or something like that. So he's basically stealing stuff from the black culture. That's how I take it as.
I've never heard African American people use the term Karen.
I think they actually can. I think a black woman's the one that came up with it at first. I think
Anything's possible. Accusing a TV personality of lobbyist for Senator Karen. Either way, okay. Going back into it, back in 2014, Elon Musk paid 455 or made 455 million. All this stuff. Either way, he's paying billions of dollars worth of taxes. And the man is just being attacked
Well,
left and right. First off, if anybody's saying bad shit about Elon Musk, like we're not going to go out and buy his product, first off, I can't afford to buy a fucking rocket. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. And his Teslas are pretty damn expensive too. So I'm kind of out of that market. So I don't really give a shit what the guy does.
yeah, I don't want a power wheel. So my thing is, a lot of these, I guess, people on the left keep saying people with that pay your fair share. Let me tell you what. If you have somebody like Elon Musk, he's worth, I don't know how many, whatever billions of dollars.
Yeah.
But let's say his company is worth this many billions of dollars. He himself, let's say he's got $100 million in tax. I mean, in liquid assets. He's paying taxes on that $100 million. You don't pay taxes on shit that you physically don't have.
Right.
That's like they're talking about. They were talking about, I think, making you pay taxes on projected income from like stocks and stuff like that. How can I pay taxes on something? I don't physically have the money.
Right.
If I have it like we have some stocks. If it goes up and I sell it, I make that money. But if I don't and it goes back down, guess what? I don't have that money and it's worth less anyway if I did sell it. So how you gonna make somebody pay taxes on something that's not even physically in my, it's not liquid. So
right. Yeah, if you don't have access to it, that's the rule of thumb in the tax industry is if you have tangible assets that you could touch, money, so when it's in the stock market floating around out there, you've got money in, money out.
That's like
but
being
until
married.
you sell it, you shouldn't have to pay taxes.
It's like being married to a blow up doll, and then somebody else is married to a real person. You can't make that this person is married to Felicia, the blow up doll, cannot claim her as a dependent on his taxes because it's
no,
not,
but she is significantly
she's not real.
cheaper.
Well, she's not real. Aaron says, Karen is from the service industry and nothing to do with color. I feel sorry for people that are actually named Karen.
Well, most of them are fucking Karens. Come on.
And Brandon.
Now, Brandon, I feel sorry for because all these poor kids at these baseball games, like the parents are
Let's go, Brandon.
And all of a sudden everybody starts chanting, let's go, Brandon. They're like, no, fuck. I just want to cheer for my child.
My kid's name's Brandon. I just put a Let's Go, Brandon flag on one of my flag poles out there. It's freaking great. But, yeah.
Well, you get to skip over the third story.
We get to skip the third story because we started. This next story is out of Florida. Out of Florida. Your people.
Uh-huh.
Your people. Yet again. Anyway, I actually got a little video on it. We'll give a little back. I don't know what the hell I'm trying to say right now.
Backstory?
A little backstory, yeah. I actually had one on here I forgot to put down, but I'll just talk about it a little bit. The backstory is this man from Florida. He was boarding a flight.
You skipped a story.
Yeah, I did. The Florida man is banned from United Airlines for wearing woman's underwear as a mask.
And a Let's Go Brandon t-shirt.
Well, and I did watch another thing in Reddit that said the United Airlines mask thing says the mask has to cover your nose and your mouth completely. I'm gonna show a video. These underwear covered his nose and his mouth completely, and it's material. It's made out of material.
It look comfortable.
So I don't see.
Sure,
I know what he's trying. I know what he's trying to do, but it was giving no more or no less protection than what these other people are wearing.
Than a damn dollar store mask?
Yeah, exactly. One of these paper things. It was giving no more, no less of protection what it was. So it's fucking stupid. Well, let me just put the video up.
They were nice ones too. Like
that one bitch, that one old bitch.
For the airline?
Yeah.
Does that mean some sort of certification that's different than this?
Yeah, it's not.
That old bitch right there. You see her?
Mhm.
Yeah. She needs to get laid. She got an attitude.
Good luck with that haircut.
We go by what's allowed on the airplane. I'll pass it on to the captain. On the airplane, they're not going to let you travel. What?
We got he probably uses the pronoun them and Z or something that comes walking up on. We can't let you travel. Why? Now he's got some paper mask on that if you look close enough, if it is covering his nose, it's barely covering his nose.
Oh yeah.
And it's some paper mask thing. But okay, he's got underwear in his face, but it's completely covering his nose. It's completely covering his mouth with a tighter fit than the paper mask. Said they're going to kick him off for non-mask compliance. Well, he's got a mask on. It's just made out of underwear.
And it's important to note that 12 people followed him off this flight.
Yeah.
Why? Because this doesn't work? I'm here to ask you a question.
No, this man's asking why they kicking him off. Now, if you watch him, because the thing is, as long as you're drinking or chewing, you don't have your mask on. And this bitch that works over here, she's just losing her shit. And watch this old lady.
Did he just get kicked off for wearing a mask?
It's between bites and sips, sir. You have to put your mask on.
Did he just get kicked off
Sir,
for
I don't know
wearing a
what's
mask?
going on.
She said she don't know what's going on, but the bitch was just standing right there with
She's
the
the
whole
one
thing.
fucking did it.
She
Karen'd his
she's
ass.
a fucking lion.
I'm asking you, it has to be in between bites and sips. That's the federal
It has to be in between bites and sips. Bites and sips.
I would just have one big ass straw.
God.
law, okay?
Sip. Now I'm biting.
Now-
He said, now I'm biting the sip. He said he's biting the sip.
Now put your
Did
mask
he
on.
just get kicked off for
Sir, I
wearing
don't
a
know
mask?
what's
I'm out of
going
here.
on.
Forget it.
He's like, fuck you.
I want somebody to hit her.
You know this whole thing can get
No, we can't
Not my
say
law,
violence.
sir.
It's not my law, sir. It's not a law. It's a fucking mandate.
Yeah.
It's not a law. Mandates are not laws. That's where these dumbass people. Anyway, that's the end of the video.
Do you have on women's underwear?
Anyway, that's the whole. She's like, do you have on women's underwear? And I'm like, do you have on men's underwear? I mean, actually, no. This was my underwear, and I don't have any on now because they're on my face because I like to smell my own ass. Okay.
Nut
No.
cheese.
Oh God, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I have no reason to get on a fucking airplane.
Right. But yeah, 12 people followed him off that flight because they were so pissed off that he got thrown off.
Well, he's now
Rightfully so.
he's now banned from flying on United or whatever.
He is.
But
Fuck United.
you know what? I know flying saves a lot of time, but if you don't have to go overseas, me personally, I've been on airplanes. I'm not scared of flying. I prefer, let's say, my sister used to live in around San Antonio, Texas. I could get on a plane in Baton Rouge and be in San Antonio with probably 2.5, 3 hours or something like that. Because you had to switch out, I think, in Houston. But and it was it was like an 8 or 9 hour drive one way. I prefer to drive just because I don't have to. I just hate dealing. This is after 9/11 and all that stuff, and I just hate dealing with airports and airport security and all the bullshit you have to go through. I mean, I don't know how many fucking large bombs people sneak in their tennis shoes and shit. You know, and when you are at the airport, here I am, you know, Joe Blow redneck, but you know, I got Abdul with a turban and a dress on behind me, and they're gonna strip search me, and they listen. Oh. How he's assumed you're going through. We ain't even gonna. You just go around the X-ray machine. It's okay. You know, it's okay. But I mean, it's kind of like when I go to Walmart for some reason. You know, I don't, look like a crackhead or nothing. A lot of people tell me I look like I belong in my profession, but I'll be damn skippy if when I'm going through there, Papa or Mama working at the front gate, the front door leading out of Walmart, they're going to stop me every single time and actually see my receipt. Every single time. But I just watched old tweaking chick right in front of me walk out with a knapsack on, and they don't even stop and check her.
That's because they know you're not going to resist. You're actually going to let them do their job. Those people are going to take off fucking running and make their day suck.
I mean, it's just like, I'm like, really? You didn't check them. But you're going to check me. It's just like, Jesus Christ. I'm not going to risk going to jail over, anything, especially out of Walmart.
But a candy bar is fucking delicious.
Yeah. Well, we did try a Reese's. I don't know if you tried it with them Reese's with the tater chips in them.
No.
Oh, it's
when I was there, remember we got the
crunchy.
Reese's
This is
cupcakes?
Yeah, but it's a peanut butter, like the Reese's peanut butter cup. But it's got potato chips and peanut butter.
The fuck?
Yes. It was quite
like
delicious.
A Crunch Bar?
No, it's just like the Reese's cup. The round Reese's cup.
Well, I might go look for
The
that.
round ones, and they're a little bit thicker, but they have potato. It's like Lay's potato chips in it.
Are they thicker than a Snicker?
I don't know. It's good. It is good.
Delicious.
It is delicious. It was very good. Bam, he got it, and I said, "Oh, this is." She said, "Here, bite this." And I was like, "Oh, this is delicious."
And you ate the rest of it?
No, she just gave me a bite of it.
After you locked the poor woman in the garage?
No, she was only locked in for a short time.
The fact that she was locked in at all is fucked up.
It was habit, okay? It was just out of habit.
Habit of locking your wife in the garage.
I have built a bar room out of a large metal building I have that was a shed. And it's got like a little apartment in the back. And, but, I mean, it's got a pool table. I mean, it's my own personal bar room. You could probably fit a good 15 people in it comfortably.
He's downplaying this fucking thing, okay? When I was there, my family stayed in it. And it's this gigantic metal building that's very comfortable. I mean, it's like a fucking house with a bar in it. And you got all this stuff, and yeah, you do have a latch on the outside, so like the little squirrels and like a fucking raccoon don't walk in there. And yeah, when you walk out, you just throw the lock so nothing gets in it. And I could understand.
Yeah,
but.
so when I go out of it, it's a habit for me. It's got the slide metal lock thing, and I automatically just do it. It keeps,
You know damn well Bam's installing an escape hatch next week.
So she was in there. We had some people come over supposed to have people at a person come over last night. And I fried fish and corn and some, French fries and all that shit like that. But anyway, I was going to the store to get some fish and stuff for the night, and she was in there making Jello shots. And when I walked out, I just did it. I was only just right up the road, thank God. Not even, I mean, like 4 driveways up. My phone rings. I'm like, what the hell is she calling me for already? I said, what? She said, did you leave? I'm like, yeah. She says, you locked me in a damn bar. So I had to turn around and go let her out. Good thing I wasn't.
But that's what I was getting at, is the fact that even if you were locked in that thing for 2-3 days, there's a refrigerator in there. There, I mean, it's a bar. There's a house in the back. You can kick the AC on to take a nap. But the fact that it happened is just, I'm gonna fuck with him for the rest of his life.
So yeah. Oh, you want me to tell you? This has nothing to do with politics or nothing, but I'm going to do it on the other one. I ain't going to say it. Y'all have to go listen to the other podcast if you're going to hear this story. But it happened today, and it involves a man with an erection and a girl tweaking in a store. Okay, so if you want to hear it, you're going to have to come back Wednesday to listen to that. Come back Wednesday to the actual to go to on Wednesday on Motor Chronicle. Midweek news. I'm going to tell it on that one, and you'll have to come back.
Our Christmas special.
Yeah, you'll have to come listen on that one though, because it's a hell of a story. It's hilarious. Our next one. I don't know how long the story is, but
Is it the motorcycle rally? Or you going to Biden?
Let's just go to Biden. We can go back to the motorcycle thing. I mean, I just threw it in there. It's not that important one. I was just gonna make a point of we might get to it. We'll see. Though the Biden, I don't know if anybody's seen it, we will circle back to it. Hold on, we'll get her. I got my own. This is not Jane. This is Janet Hand Psaki.
We'll circle back to the motorcycle story. Maybe. We might do it. Look at my little feet. I got little feet. See?
Oh.
We'll circle back to it. Joe, stop sniffing me.
It looks awful young to be hanging around with Joe.
I'm a type. And I wash my hair with Aussie shampoo so it smells so good. Leave.
There's my favorite vice president.
But yeah, Biden, if y'all know his infrastructure, freaking bullshit they're wanting to do. They're wanting to build, I think, like what, 500,
the budget died.
Yeah, but they were wanting to build like what, 500,000 or something.
All over the place.
These charging stations for all these Power Wheels we're all going to have to drive eventually. That they're trying to make us drive if we want to. And we ain't got to read the whole story. Basically, the problem is with them is they make two types of charging stations for these cars. They have quick charge and they got regular charge. The quick charge stations are expensive as hell. And they're not going to build the money that if all this crap goes through or don't go through. The problem is the ones that they plan on building or just the regulars. It's not the quick charge stations. And me not knowing about electric cars except for, the Barbie Jeep my grandkids, their granddaughters may drive because I like gasoline. Because how else are you going to recycle dinosaurs if we stop drilling oil and using gas?
Right.
I mean, we're all about recycling, right? Yes. So we got to recycle a dinosaur. But the ones they're wanting to build, they're not telling you is
these
takes
are the cheap ones. It's $7.5 billion.
Yeah, $7.5 billion. They want to build them. It takes you an average of 2 hours to charge your vehicle. So I don't know about you. If you go to your little local convenient charging up station to put your little electric car to charge it up, you might want to bring your lunch with you. And that's going to be some long ass lines because, I can go fill, if my car is empty, I might be at the gas station, 6-7 minutes?
Right.
And I'm gone. Nope. You're going to be there for 2 hours.
I mean, put this in perspective. The farthest distance currently out of a electric vehicle is just at 500 miles, and that's a Tesla. Okay, that's an expensive model because it goes even farther than most of them. But say I wanted to drive to your house, which is already a fucking 12-hour drive. I now have to stop about 2 hours short of being at your fucking house for 2 hours to charge my car. Like, hey, Iceman, I'm just down here. I'm gonna eat lunch and take a fucking nap.
Yeah. Well, I think what most of them, are the regular electrics. I think that you get maybe 250, 300 miles
about
on
300. You got to pay that. Like I said, it's about double for that mileage.
So you're looking at about 250 miles, and then it's going to take you 2 hours before you can start going again.
So I would have to stop for 6 hours total to get to your house. So that's 12 on. That's 18 hours.
Mm-hmm. And just think if they happen to have somebody there in front of you that just started,
or a line of people.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying if one person's in front of you, so now instead of 2 hours, it's going to take you 4 hours because you got to wait 2 hours for them and 2 hours for yourself. You might have to take vacation to charge your vehicle up per drive. You could be there for days.
Like that guy we said, and just put a little Honda generator in the back.
You can't do that, though, because in California is outlawed.
In Florida, homie.
Okay, because in California, you can't do that because they're getting rid of all the little generator motors.
Florida, we'll just ratchet strap that thing to the top of the car. Put a little window AC in the window.
Anyway, just like everything else on the left over there, they try to, this is going to be such a beautiful thing, and it's actually just
a nightmare.
It's like saying, oh, look, we put a swimming pool in for y'all to go swimming in, but when you jump in, you realize it was a septic tank. Now you're just, floating in shit after they promised you crystal clear chlorine water. Because that's basically what they do. They tell you this is going to be this great thing, but it's just a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's that. They just tell more lies with their little charging station. And in old Camel Toe, she was like, "Oh, look, how do you put it in? It's not making a gurgly sound." Yeah, well, you ought to know.
Yeah, and
that,
she just didn't let go of it.
You know what the gurgly sound, don't you? Don't you there, Kamala? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she had a death grip on that handle, man.
Sure you do. You know what the gurgly sound is.
It sounds like being the VP.
It's like, what were you doing in the office over there? And she said, Joe.
Do not come.
Oh, I'm gonna come.
Do not come.
Gonna come.
Hey.
Hamilton Harris.
Yeah. Ex-Montel. Anyway, this next one here.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, it's I think it's in New York. This happened. I think it was.
I don't know. We'll see if it covers it in the story. Now, anti-vaxxers are ruining suburban fine dining for us. Is anything sacred anymore? Anti-vaccine protesters were arrested for violating Applebee's and the Cheesecake Factory's COVID policies. I know it ain't in Florida. Anti-vaxxers have a right to protest in front of a local building. Oh, in front of local buildings. Sure. But I draw the line when they try to attack our nation's most coveted institutions. First off, a fucking Applebee's is not America's most coveted institution.
That's what I was going to say. Is first of all,
I mean, McDonald's is higher on the fucking priority list than Applebee's, okay?
Is Applebee's really considered fine dining?
Wherever that place is that we got them oysters outside of Angola, that place is an American institution, okay?
That was called the Francis, but Applebee's is not in my. I've never considered Applebee's fine dining at all.
We literally call it Crapplebee's down here.
And the Cheesecake Factory, I don't think I've ever eaten there in my entire life.
I have. It was delicious, but fucking.
But fine dining, really? I'm thinking fine dining is you're going to go to a place that sells Kobe steaks or something like that. You're going to spend,
Kobe sticks.
Yeah. Kobe. No, I'm not eating nothing not Kobe.
Yeah, it's named after a basketball player.
Oh,
anyway,
Lord,
they're both a little well done. Anyway, the most coveted institutions. On Wednesday, 4 people were arrested by the NYPD. There you go. After they protested vaccine mandates at the Applebee's in Queens, per Insider. And they weren't some innocent family trying to enjoy some boneless buffalo wings either. These folks appeared to be part of a loosely organized group that was going into different restaurants at the Queens Center Mall solely to sit in, provoke staff, and refuse to leave.
All 4 of them?
All 4 of them. I mean, just fucking terrorists.
So it was a mob.
Jesus Christ.
It was a mob.
Videos on social media. Whoever wrote this needs to write books for a living. Videos on social media showed the 4 protesters getting handcuffed as their supporters hollered about freedom and chanted, "Shame on you," on epidemiology, on mRNA technology and the medical geniuses who helped save the world with it. Oh yes, super shameful over a megaphone. But Applebee's is an American institution where science-respecting citizens like me should be able to have a double crunch shrimp and get woozy on Long Island iced teas without fear of catching COVID. Mike, no, these bitches in Senate have been vaccinated and they just got the COVID.
So the only people of science can enjoy.
That's fine. Let them fuckers have Applebee's, man. We'll eat at Chili's. Damn.
Chili's. Now I'm gonna tell you what. Chili's has the best fucking salsa. I love Chili's salsa.
It's because it's recycled.
It might be, but it's delicious.
No, it is. When you leave and it's on the table, they pour that shit back.
That's great. I love it.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, But my question is to the protesters: where is your shame? I'm sorry. The only thing I seen in my head was the fucking Greta Thunberg. Shame on you. The kicker is that just one day earlier, 6 anti-vax vaccine crusaders were arrested outside of the Cheesecake Factory inside the same mall, according to Bloomberg. The Applebee's fiasco caused outrage among that community, and it looks like they came back to the mall for round 2. I'm not entirely sure why these protesters are happening now, considering that New York City has required proof of vaccination in most indoor establishments since September. Well, maybe that's fucking why. Maybe they got tired of cooking all of their meals at home, or are fed up with driving to Applebee's in New Jersey. Jesus Christ. But the point is that we're starting to get just fed up with their actions, and as they say they are with the mandates.
Applebee's. I mean, just because they made a song out of it, don't make it. It's not that great. They had a damn TV show. That Friday Night Lights TV show they used to be on. They were always going to Applebee's and stuff like that. It's like, I just saw that. I'm like, really? I mean, it's just freaking ridiculous.
They cook their steaks on top of mashed potatoes. I swear to God. Every time I get it from there, they're just like mashed. I want mashed potatoes, and they're like steak.
I got another one for you, old stare. Got me a New York City cop here.
Do you? Oh God, he's gonna be better than me.
Those fucking protesters at Applebee's, them motherfuckers can stay at Applebee's. It's a government. It's a national pastime. They need to go to Piccadilly.
Piccadilly.
Piccadilly. They need to pick some dillies because
I got no Piccadilly in New York. You ain't good enough.
Stay out of Applebee's.
We will. We'll eat at Chili's. Officer 5-star. Shit.
And I don't know what happened to my mouth. I think I had a stroke. Oh yeah, it's like
down with the syndrome. Jesus.
It's friggin' it's so ridiculous. Are these people anti-vaxxers, or are they just anti-mandate people? That's what I want to know.
Well, they clearly don't have the mandate or the vax.
Sounds like they're anti-mandate though.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's New York.
That was your first clue.
If you have
just leave.
If you have any common sense, move. I'm just saying, move.
Yeah.
Run. We are actually doing a campaign coming up recently where we're saying we ought to make New York the new homeless society center, because I've been watching stuff and they say, we need to give these homeless people housing and we need to do this. Well, if everybody moves out of New York, they got lots of houses there. We can just let them live there.
Yep. And don't worry about the crime. No police.
No police. I mean, they can just take what you want to and everything else.
I mean, I tell you, just a couple days ago, I seen a couple guys vaccinating themselves underneath the fucking local bridge here. We put them on a bus and sent them to New York.
I don't think that was the Biden boo-boo they were giving themselves.
That's when you walk into Applebee's and they'll be like, do you have your vaccine? Not yet.
You get like an empty hypodermic if you got the balls and just stick it in your arm, just leave it hanging out and walk. You got your vaccine.
tie off the fucking thing right above it with your mouth.
Just got it. It's right there. Look, it's empty.
They just dangle it out of your arm.
I bet you they just people don't do that. I'm pretty sure you probably get arrested. But
but if you do fucking record it.
But if you do record it, you could be TikTok famous if I'm pretty sure.
Could.
But it was like, could you see walking? You got your vaccine card? No, but I got my vaccine needle. Look, it's still right there.
Fuck it.
Yeah. It's still there. Can you get it out? Yeah.
It hurts a little bit. It's been in there a week or two.
It's infected.
It's infected.
Yeah, is that a registry? I was like, oh God. Yeah, but I just think you can't even have a date night at Applebee's no more. It's a sad world. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Oreo shakes.
The
whipped cream.
Ridiculous.
The top two. Yeah.
There's somebody on here from YouTube. You can't see the comment. It says, Gloria Miller says, in a free society, the state does not administer the affairs of men. It administers justice among men who conduct their own affairs. Walter Lippmann.
Yes, and I agree with that. But you have to remember, our fucking president is the kind of guy that thinks that we the people is the government. Okay? So, I can't wait. 3 more years. I can't believe it's only been a year. I figured it would take this
Well, it's
asshole
not quite a
more
year
time.
yet. We're getting close, but it's not quite a year.
That's even wilder. It's yeah. It's not even January 20th yet. It's 12/12 or 12/19. Jeez.
Holster.
What? Is it?
I
It's.
I am science.
No, Fauci, you're not.
No, I'm science.
No.
I'm science.
Applebee's is for science people. Oh, Jen Psaki. What? Tell me I'm the dog or the man touched you.
Jan, not right now. Miss Fauci is watching.
What the fuck, Dirty?
Oh, we never know what's going to happen here. Puppets. I didn't realize puppets would be so much fun. Oh, but anyway, let's we're running long, but I don't care.
He's gonna be touching himself with fucking puppets later.
Don't tell people that. It's all secret.
Oh my God.
We done went from now we're going from gay Santa to trans Santa.
Don't you pick up fucking Harry? I got this fucking remnant from.
Yeah, I know you still. I mean, but anyway, we went from Santa's gay, and just in 1 week's time, he done went trans on us too. Anyway,
Chop that pecker off.
Anyway, this is for a story from a Cassandra Stone. I don't know what news outlet it's from. Motherly. It's from called Motherly. Who knows? Anyway, the headline reads, "Trans Santa." Yeah, I don't have a Santa puppet, but if I did, I'd have them in a dress at this point, Aaron. Trans Santa helps trans youth get through the holidays. The holidays, Harry's gonna be pissed that Santa don't went trans. The holiday seasons can be difficult time for transgendered youth for various reasons. Because they have mental disorder. No, I don't say that. Last year, Trans Santa Instagram page became an online gift registry to help trans youth in ways big and small. The Trans Santa gift giving campaign was founded by Chase Strango. I don't know. It's a staff lawyer with the ACLU. Go fucking figure. The actor and activist India Moore. I have no idea who that is. And designer and photographer Carl Lasky. All of whom are transgender. I mean, that's probably why I don't know who they are.
Bullshit. You got their pictures in your wallet.
No, I have them in the bathroom under the sink. Don't tell Bam.
It's really high.
It says, that's next. Trans Sanitarian Orchestra.
Look, can we take a moment to appreciate the fact that if you don't know Santa Claus is fucking fake.
No, Santa Claus is gay.
No, stop.
He's just not fake. He's just gay.
No, he is totally fucking fake. But here's besides the point. If you don't have enough brain power to know that Santa Claus is fake, you should not be allowed to make a decision about your sexuality. Not who you love, but like your penis. You shouldn't be allowed to get your penis chopped off if you still think fucking Santa Claus is real.
I know. I think most. I could be wrong. I think most trans people still have their parts they were born with.
Then they're not fucking trans. They're confused. There's men wearing fucking dresses at that point. If you don't get it changed, like a man get tits and a vagina, then you're not trans at all. You're just gay wearing a dress.
The aim of this The aim is to support trans youth across the U.S. by allowing them to make their needs public so that anyone can purchase items for them for Christmas. Yes, we have, this one says, this is, what the hell, I went the wrong way. I messed, made me get all discombobulated and stuff. Yeah, no, I went the right way. They went the wrong way.
Oh, Jen Sucky over there confusing you.
Yeah, y'all stop it. Damn Fauci. Anyway, this person, Trans Santa. Dear Trans Santa, my name is AJ. And I am 17. I am a transgender MTF. What the fuck is that?
Making that fuck? I don't know, dude.
Male to female, maybe? I don't know. And use the she, they pronouns. Right now, I am living with my grandparents on welfare. But that isn't enough. Well, okay, it's not enough to be on welfare. That is not enough. So I have a job. Well, you should have a job. That's how most people make their money. They don't wait for people like us that have jobs to pay for all your shit.
You got to be able to get that insurance for that post-op.
I work every day after school. So fucking did I. So did I when I was growing up.
And before school.
This Christmas on my wish list, I'm asking for coloring books and a budget binder. There's a fucking 17-year-old asking for coloring books? Okay.
I mean, they already have fucking...
What the hell is a budget binder? I mean, what is that? Is that like a binder you get from the Dollar Tree? I mean, what the fuck's a budget binder?
Is it a binder what you do your budget in?
Well, if you're on welfare, you probably don't have much of a budget. Right? I mean, fuck. Not being mean, people on welfare. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
No, he just threw that out there like it was a curveball.
Yeah. And that I will use to save up money for college. I'm pretty sure you'll probably get all your shit paid for from grants and free shit from the government too.
So that's what the budget book is.
Yeah. I am so thankful for all of the gifts and will treasure all your kindness. Thank you so much and happy holidays. AJ, little smiley face, and it's on a pink back paper with little rainbows and stuff. If you scroll through the letters on Trans Santa Instagram page, it becomes clear right away that this is much more than your typical holiday gift-giving campaign. Many of these kids are displaced because their families are against their transitions. Many live in low-income areas. Many just want to feel seen and heard because their families aren't supportive. Hello, Trans Santa. Happy holidays. My name is Finn. I'm 17 years old, and I'm a trans man. Now, is that a woman that's wants to be a man? Because I get confused on how all this stuff happened. One letter reads, this year, I got the opportunity to move out of my extremely emotional, abusive household. My mental health has gotten a lot better since I left. Did you realize that you got a penis so you could stand up to pee? Or did you realize you didn't have one so you should be sitting down to pee and stop using a little sheet weave thing or something? Though I've moved out, I still can't come out because I don't know for sure if my friends and parents will support me. Hold on a minute. Let's go back, rewind it. It says, you got the opportunity to move out of your extremely emotionally and abusive household. But now you say you haven't came out because you don't know if your friends and parents would support you. So did they not know that you were trans? Or I mean, do you see where I'm going? That makes no sense whatsoever. Not to me anyway.
Yeah, I'm actually on the Instagram looking at this, and I kind of have a bigger fear than this story. If you look at this, dude, this is setting this up for like child trafficking. Most of these are like little boys and girls, like 8 to 12 years old, that are giving their addresses and stuff to other 29, 30-year-old trans people.
Oh, it's a straight up pedophile site, then it sounds like to me.
It's Instagram, but that's what Trans Santa on there. It's anybody that's listening, you can go to Instagram. It's actually trans Santa, and you can go through and read these letters, and I mean, some of them are from little boys and girls, and you've got other 29 to 30-year-old men and women that they can link up and shit, and I see a fucking problem with this. Like, yes, do they all kind of have mental illness? Yes, they do. That's beyond what I can reconcile. But for a 12-year-old to be talking to a 30-year-old that they're both not right, this could turn into a huge human trafficking issue.
Or just a great place for pedophiles to pick up little kids.
Absolutely.
Because I'm, an 8-year-old, Holster may not agree with me, but an 8-year-old is so mentally, smart and above and wise. They know exactly what they want out of life.
Yeah, a sock puppet named Jen Sucky.
And a Tickle Me Elmo. But, I mean, it's ridiculous. So, yeah, it sounds like it's just setting it up for pedos or whatever they are.
Yeah, it's that Nambla group.
So, it good chance it is. Like I said, this story just popped up. I didn't do a whole lot of research. I mean, I do enough reading as it is. So, and I don't have the gram. So, thank you for giving me hope in this one trans Santa one. And it's a picture that some little kid drew of a hypodermic needle that says testosterone on it with a little heart coming out the end of it. Okay. Well, if I take extra testosterone, I can go to jail because that's called steroids.
Yeah.
This one says, Jay, 18. Hi, my name is Jay, and I just turned 18, allowing me to finally start T. My insurance does not cover it because it don't cover it for me either, and I'm a guy.
Join the military, then it'll cover you. Yeah, fun fact.
So 4 weeks. So 4 weeks amounts to $100 copay. I'm reaching out to Trans Santa to help me cover those costs as I continue my transition. I'm only like over a month on T, and already I'm riding the wave of euphoria, and finally feeling hopeful about my body. B8 Trans Santa. Click the link and buy blah blah blah. Anyway. This is stupid. Like he said, he just went and looked into it even more. And it's like, it's probably a place where a bunch of little kids is going to get raped by some bunch of other.
By some sick perverts.
Sick pervert people, yeah. So if you're a parent.
Yeah, keep an eye on that shit.
You really need to keep. Well, to me personally, if you have an 8-year-old, maybe I'm just old or whatever now. But if you have an 8-year-old, should you even be really letting them on Instagram?
No, the gram is not for it. They have open nudity.
I mean, should you even be letting them on stuff like that? That's a lot of problem now. These little young girls, going to meet these, old dudes and stuff like that for these, stuff like that. Parents, pay attention to what your kids are doing online. They have all kinds of, even people like me who are computer stupid. There's stuff that, that somebody show you how to do it. You need to pay attention to what your kids are doing online. There's a shit ton of predators out there, and obviously one of them is Trans Santa.
Yeah.
Hell, the thing might have started out for a good thing, but it easily turns into some other shit. But Trans Santa, when you pushed on it, should have brought you a link to a psychiatrist.
That is true.
My opinion. So, I mean, I'd rather, Santa be getting a blowjob from Harry than being tranny. So,
yeah, the tail's wagging the dog, my friend.
It's friggin' ridiculous. And,
no, Aaron, there's no Santa.
Santa is on antibiotics right now for the clap, but look, we gave you the guidance for colitis.
Shit hurt too.
I'm gonna let you read the next one. This one story we skipped over is about some motorcycle rally, an unsanctioned motorcycle rally. I'm gonna read the story. We'll just brief on it. An unsanctioned motorcycle rally, the organizer was sentenced for reckless endangerment. This was in India.
It's in Florida. Say fucking India.
I read the wrong part on there. East Coast. He got a suspended 1-year sentence earlier this month, pleading no contest. Anyway, my thing is they had this motorcycle rally. I don't think anybody got hurt or anything like that at it. Said the city got about $80,000 in costs associated with the rally. It included overtime for police and public water works. Okay. So no one was hurt. Nothing got burned down or nothing like that. It was a bunch of motorcycle people. Probably the worst thing of it is you probably had a few drunk people and women running around with their tits hanging out, okay? That happens at motorcycle rallies.
That's normal Friday here in Florida.
So they sentenced this dude, and they're also talking about suing him also civilly and stuff like that for just $80,000. My thing is okay, it's cool. Did all these peaceful protests they had around the country, did they get the permits before they had their peaceful looting and burning of stuff?
Their ass better have if they were in Florida.
So maybe y'all should start charging the organizers of that, which would be the head of certain organizations. Oh, well, no, they're the head of it. Start charging them, putting them in jail, suing them.
They can afford it.
Start suing them. She's about to sell one of her mansions. I'm just saying, if you're going to just...
Yeah.
Nobody got hurt here. Nobody got hurt. That was just that. That's when they threw that out there. So that's when I read it. I was like, really? They're gonna do this to this guy? But they didn't burn, loot, or steal a damn thing. But you can kind of you can talk about the next one, New York City.
Oh yeah. All right. I don't know why it starts out like this, but I'm finally being seen, NY City, to allow non-citizens to vote in local elections. The New York City Council has passed the Our City, Our Vote measure, which gives about 800,000 non-citizens the right to vote in local elections, including green card holders. Well, they're Americans. And so-called dreamers. What? Those are Americans.
No. Just because you got a green card, you're not a citizen.
You still do taxes. You're allowed to vote.
Yeah, but you're not. No, you're not a citizen. You're just here on like on a work visa type thing.
Oh, that's not a green card. That's a work visa. Green cards are traditionally handed to people after they pass the immigration
But I don't think dreamers. They're just in the process of it.
Dreamers are the people born here, right? Or no?
No.
Those are anchor babies. Or
something like that. Yeah. Dreamers, I think, are the ones that they brought over here as little children, and like now they're like in their 20s or 30s. They've been here all their life, basically.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I think that's where the fucking story ends, because it ends. Either way, they're
my thing is
non-citizens to vote in the election.
But only in their local elections, not national, like for presidency. But it's fucked up though,
but 800,000 people can sway the hell out of a vote.
Oh yeah, they're not supposed to vote. They're not citizens. Of course, like I said, if you live in New York, move, run for your life.
They're probably not paying New York City state taxes either.
Well, they're not probably paying any taxes because they're not supposed to be here.
They're about to get $500,000 from old Biden.
Old Biden. I mean, we pulled Jen back out. Yeah, Jen Sucky over there.
Yeah, she's too busy.
This next one's just stupid. I saw it and I was like, oh my God, really? This is not political whatsoever. But if you would like for Boozy Badass to marry you, he is now an ordained minister.
The fuck is a Boozy Badass?
Boozy Badass, the rapper Boozy Badass.
Boozy Badass.
Look it up, you'll see. Anyway, Boozy Badass now says he is an ordained minister, and if you want Boozy to marry you,
he's an ugly motherfucker.
He will marry you for the cheap price of $75,000 to $100,000 per couple. I went online and got my things. I married one of my friends. The Iceman Badass will marry you if you want to come down to Louisiana
for like $200.
for fucking free if you come down here. Okay.
No, at least a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, you gotta give me something to drink. But if you want Boozy Badass to marry you, it's gonna cost you $75 to $100K. If
Never even heard who the fuck this guy is. And fucking $100,000 to marry your ass.
yeah, he's been around a long time. He wasn't, I think, in prison for a while down here in Angola or some shit. He got arrested. But Boozy Badass will marry you for the cheap price of $75,000 to $100,000. The Iceman will marry you for free. For free. That's just fucking ridiculous.
For free.
And the last one, shit, we're almost at an hour and a half. I'm just going to mention it also. We're not going to get into it because it's not going to do no good. The great mayor of New Orleans, who's a fucking
Idiot,
LaToya Cantrell, dumb cunt. She now, starting I think in January, is going to mandate that children ages 5 to 11 have to be vaccinated also. They're going to have to adhere to the city's vaccine mandate to get into any businesses. So the poor kids can't even get into the store unless they're vaccinated. Also, like I said, Mardi Gras season's coming up. New Orleans is a tourist town where most of all their money comes from, and they're about to take a big-ass hit. I hope they do, because she is a dumbass. She's stupid. You know.
Well, she's gonna be best friends with the new sheriff.
Oh, they're gonna be great. I'm just waiting for more shit to come out about that.
They're gonna get married. Little Bougie's gonna marry him.
Aaron says,
Trans Santa's gonna deliver all the Christmas gifts.
Aaron says he's an ordained minister and he'll do it for $50 in a bottle of whiskey. He says, "Damn it, I am typing and y'all say exactly what I'm thinking."
That's why we're the best podcast on the fucking internet.
Yes. Don't have
Reach your mind.
Don't have a whole bunch of listeners yet, but it keeps going up a little bit at a time. So if you're listening to us, let your friends know. Say, go listen to these two fucked up motherfuckers. Like us.
Make sure they have at least
subscribe.
a halfway open mind.
Yeah. But like I said, like us and share us and everything else. Hopefully in the beginning I will remember which podcast I'm on and will not use the wrong music. And neither one of us caught it. Until I said today. And I hope y'all enjoyed the show. We enjoyed doing it.
What are you sipping on tonight?
Just regular. I just had some of that Elijah Craig in there.
My Bartesian, my beautiful wife came and made me one of these. They call it like a berry, and it's like a bunch of berries, but it's like pure alcohol.
Last night I was sipping on I bought me a bottle of Woodford Reserve. You never had that either? Woodford's good too. It's more the higher end. What about $40 a fifth or something like that?
Is it whiskey?
Yes.
It can't be no better than Craig.
It's right there. They're on the same line. Yeah.
I warned my New Yorker buddy. Came over. You know, they spend the Saturdays we hang out and party, and he came over and he was using this Bartesian, and we were making these strong ass drinks, and he's like, that ain't too bad. And I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, you drink more than 3 of them, that whiskey is gonna whip your ass. And sure as hell, we both were like, oh, good night.
It's some good shit.
Oh yeah, that Elijah Craig don't lie to you, dude.
But anyway, what's the date?
The day is 12/19/2021, sir. Next Saturday will be Christmas. Next Wednesday will be our Christmas special.
So I don't know. Maybe we'll try to pop one on before Christmas or something like that. We'll see. We'll try.
The night before Christmas.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll have gay Santa and trans Santa come in and read.
Talk about all his ho-ho-hos.
Some gay Christmas stories. I mean, just like, from that Christmas story with the Red Rider said, "Stop, you'll shoot my eye out," but they wasn't using a BB gun.
Oh, it's like a little fireman. If you're up on his helmet, he will spin your eye.
I was saying, I was listening to this other podcast, and they said that they have the you're not allowed to say the F word about gay people, but he said that he was a straggit because he was straight. I was like, God, that's like, so yes, I'm a straggit myself. But we will. I'm off for a while, so I have some time on my hand. So you never know. We might pop on here with some extra since I don't have to go to work.
Yeah, because it's really messing with your Sunday episodes.
So, no, with the other podcast, I recorded earlier in the week. I'm just gonna put it out because I had stuff on my mind that I wanted to get out. And if you do listen to the other one I put out, it's gonna be more on the serious side and a pretty good rant I had going on too. So go check that out.
Was it about Friday?
Yeah, it was.
Fuck that. Yeah, I already got an earful. This poor bastard had a terrible day.
It was about Friday, so go check that out. Anyway, come back, Aaron. We're still gonna get with you. Maybe we'll get you this week and do something. And
yeah, we can all wear Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah, I have to go buy one. I'm gonna get a Santa suit.
You wear Santa, I'll be the fucking Grinch, and then little, he could be
an elf. You're gonna dress up as an elf.
Yeah, or the Grinch's dog or something with the little ears and shit. I don't know.
All right, we all stay safe out there and
keep your clothes on.
Let me make sure I use the right outro music. Yeah, keep your clothes on. Stay away from gay Santa. So till sometime this week. Bye.
Have a great night, y'all.
We're out. Stay free. Never give in.